guys really all year?
Yeah, I think so. I think you can tell when the third game in a row when you hit 5 different people for touchdowns and you spread the ball around and you get different playmakers the ball. I think that's really what this offense is very good at. I think it makes it hard for defenses to plan against that. So I would say we're clicking. By no means are we there yet, or have we arrived? You know, there's a lot of points that are still left on the field, multiple games, and that's what we have to look at in film, and that's what we've been looking at, and we continue to improve upon.
Excited to get back closer to home, you know, for a final weekend of the regular season there?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I get to end my senior year back at home, about 20-25 minutes from where I live, so that'll always be nice. Get to see a lot of people, and I'm looking forward to it.
About how many people would you say, you know, friends and family are going to be there?
Oh, man. I would say upwards to maybe 50.
Wow.
Something like that. Yeah, who knows? You know, people come out the woodworks, and once you've been playing college ball in Kentucky and then you go back home, a lot of people try to get out there. So it should be a good time. There should be a big section of people from my family.
They've talked about the playoff mentality. Just you've got 6 wins, but now to get to 7 and to secure even more so the bowl eligibility. Well, you're already eligible, but a good CUSA bowl there. Just what about that playoff mentality that you all have? No,
we want to finish strong. I mean, we want to win. We want to win all the time, and that's our attitude going into every game. But like you said, we've kind of developed that playoff mindset, and I think it's good. I think it places a lot of importance on a game where a lesser, immature team could go in and say, you know what, we're already bowl eligible, let's just go down to Florida, let's have some fun. No, that's not what we're about. We want to go out there, and we still think there's a lot of improvement to be done. And we want to go out there and not only win, but we want to play our best game possible. We still feel that there's a lot better offense out there that we can put on tape, and that's our goal heading into it.
What are your thoughts on FIU's defense and maybe just some problems that they might create?
I think they're very technically sound. I think they're never really out of place. I think they're very well coached. They have a good linebacking core. They have some athletes in the secondary, and then some pretty stout, solid defensive linemen. I think one thing they're not going to beat themselves. We're going to have to go out there and we're going to have to execute and be sound in our technique and our game plan. And I think if we go out there and we do that, we should be fine.
Coach talked about just how much more the offensive line improved against MTSU, and especially Jimmy. Just how good was that to see? Considering all the blitzing schemes at MTSU, he called them like just crazy different boxes there. Just how good was that to see an improvement like that?
Oh, it's awesome. You know, they've been fighting their butts off all year, and I know they haven't been playing up to par to their standards, but the biggest thing that I see and that I appreciate is that every single day, every game, they're going out there and they're laying it all on the line. They're fighting their butts off. So like you said earlier, they had a good game. They had a very good game, especially against a defensive scheme that can get very hectic and confusing at times. You know, almost every single play there were 7 guys on the line of scrimmage. You had no idea who was coming, who was dropping. So they had to do a lot of thinking on top of being able to hold those blocks and sustain them and get vertical on their double teams in the run game. So hopefully this is some momentum they can ride into FIU, and I think it will be.
Run game got better against MTSU, so I mean that's obviously something you want to keep improving on. But just good to try to end that one on a good note here at Florida National.
Exactly, that kind of goes back to my earlier point on we still think that there's a lot of improvement in the run game being one of those. I think, and it's not just the running backs and the offensive line; it's the receivers getting up to their second level blocks and the safety. So when we do break that second level, there's no safety waiting on us. We got bodies on bodies, and for me too, you know, that's carrying out my fakes and managing the perimeter. If there's a stacked box, we got to be able to throw it out and get them to spread out and honor those outside screens. So it's definitely been an offensive effort, a whole team effort, and I'm looking forward to going out on Friday and showing it.